Hey, Brian Douglas here. You may have watched the very famous popular show on HBO called Succession. And if you have, you understand one thing, that families fight over assets and money when someone passes away. HBO made this whole show about it. It's very, engaging, entertaining. People love it. But that's this media mogul and he's got billions of dollars and all these assets and, it's not real life for most people. But I'm here to tell you that real life for most people is people still fight. People fight over money, and there's this family conflict is always a thing. And it can be before someone passes away. So you've got your in-laws and you got your outlaws. You never really know who's gonna be who until the time arises. So when you're doing estate planning, it's super important that you consider any potential family conflicts. If people don't get along, if the children are gonna say, well, mom and dad favored you, or I should get more because I did this or I did that. I have these conversations with people literally every day of my life, and they're upset because they feel like they did more or somebody didn't do enough or whatever the case may be. So why are we talking about family conflict in estate planning? Well, you can get in front of a lot of it through your estate planning. But how do you do that? Well, a couple ways. By doing an estate plan and communicating your wishes to everybody, people then understand when you're not there to tell people what's going on, your family or your children or your heirs, they understand that these were your wishes. So whether they like it or not, they understand that's what happened. It's not, oh, well, you tricked mom into doing this, or she always liked me more, all those sorts of things. So communication is a huge thing that you can do without even giving away all the details. You don't have to tell everybody everything, but you can just say, listen, I did this, and these are my wishes, and that's all there is to talk about it, and you'll find out when I'm gone. And it can be as simple as that. But the other thing is making sure that you have the right people in place, right? So if there's conflict between some of the children, if you put one of them in charge, then guess what? The other one's going to, maybe create more conflict. So choosing your executor or your trustee, whatever it may be, that's a very, very important decision to avoid some of this conflict. And then ultimately making sure everything is spelled out as clearly as possible in your estate planning documents, be it your will or your trust or whatever, whatever plan we set up for you. We can go as far in detail that you want so that people understand why you did what you did and so that there's no questions after the fact. So the moral of the story is, the sooner you can do your estate planning, the more that you're willing to communicate, your wishes and your intentions to your family, the easier it is and the less conflict that there will be down the road if you're concerned that there'll be any. So if you have questions about estate planning with family, through family conflict or to avoid family conflict, check out this week's blog. Of course, we're always here to help, so reach out anytime, and we're glad to talk to you about any issues you have going on. That's all we've got for this week, and we'll see you next week.